Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Other World. I'm your host, The Man Raven, and in today's episode, we're going to be looking into the Mothman, a monster, or a warning of disaster, or a hoax. You decide. I also don't know why I sound like I'm fucking dying right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like losing my voice or something. I'd be yapping too much sometimes. The Mothman is a winged creature with glowing red eyes, reportedly sighted around Point Pleasant, West Virginia between November 1966 and December 1967. Described as a 6 to 7 foot tall humanoid with massive wings, it is often associated with the 1967 Silver Bridge collapse, acting as a harbinger of disaster. The town embraced the myth with a museum, statue, and an annual festival. I hope one day to visit Point Pleasant and see the Mothman Museum and statue. I also heard the statue has a nice ass, and I gotta see that. Okay, I'm joking about wanting to see it for the ass, but I mean, come on, look at that thing. Damn! On November 15, 1966, two young couples from Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette, told police they had seen a large black creature whose eyes glowed red, standing at the side of the road near the TNT area, the site of a former World War II munitions plant. Linda Scarberry described it as a slender, muscular man, ooh la la, about 70 feet tall, oh my god, with white wings, oh he's hot. I'm so sorry, I don't know what possessed me to do that, I'm sorry guys, please don't unsubscribe. However, she was unable to discern the face due to the hypnotic effect of its eyes. Oh yeah, I bet it was those eyes. Distressed, the witness sped away, reporting that the creature fled after the car made a screeching sound. It pursued them as far as the Point Pleasant city limits. You know, I don't know what I would do if I experienced something like this. If I was driving down the road and I saw something with red eyes and it started chasing me and then it like chasing me all the way back to like the city limits, that would scare me. That would make me shit myself. But then again, if I saw what she saw, tall, muscular, slender build, I hope I would run the other way, but there's a chance I might run to him and go, rawr. But then I'd probably die. I'm sorry, I promise, guys, I do not have a Mothman fetish, okay? I don't know what's gotten into me, man. Maybe the devil's lettuce or something. Or I don't know, maybe someone should send this to my doctor and be like, put him on meds. Now. Oh man, alright, I'm sorry, guys, please don't unsubscribe. Other facts of this encounter the two couple had is when they saw the creature and they drove away out of fear, they drove up to anywhere to 75 to 100 miles an hour, but the creature kept pace with the car, which is fucking horrifying. Like, I would seriously shit myself if I was driving 75 to 100 miles an hour and I see the creature is still on my ass. Oh, I'm dead. Unless he's tall, slender, muscular. Okay, I'm sorry. And once they got to the police station, they were all separated to tell their story, and the officers said their stories all matched. However, the officers didn't believe they saw a monster, but a big-ass bird. After the local newspaper posted about their story, other reports of the Mothman also came out, but weirdly enough, the Mothman wasn't the only thing people of Point Pleasant were seeing. They were seeing UFOs, and even the Men in Black visited people after these UFO sightings started to happen. In 1979, fishermen in the TNT area reported that chemicals have been left to sweep into the ponds, causing it to leak into the ponds, and then eventually labeled an environmental disaster. By 1983, the TNT area was among the country's most polluted sites. So could the chemicals have made the Mothman? Maybe, but then the years don't add up, with the first sighting being in 1969, and well, actually, hang on, no, I'm having a brain blast. Okay, so fishermen found chemicals in the TNT area in 1979. So I guess technically, if that's when they were found, they've been in there since World War II. So actually, damn, maybe the chemicals did actually make the Mothman. Oh my god, I had a big brain moment. Oh my god, I figured it out. The case, Mothman created by unknown chemicals, probably radioactive, and was a normal moth, then became a man. A strong, tall, slender built of a man. In 1967, there was a tragedy, and people linked it to the Mothman. The Silver Bridge collapsed on December 15th, 1967, at approximately 4:58 p.m., killing 46 people during rush hour. While popular legend associates the tragedy with the sightings of the Mothman creature, investigators determined the cause was an undetected defect in a single eye-bar in a suspension chain, causing the bridge to fail. The reason people believed the Mothman was there was because he was warning people that the bridge was going to collapse, and when it did collapse, it was believed that the Mothman sighting stopped. Some witnesses in the bridge area claimed that they did see what looked like to be the Mothman on top of the bridge, which I found pretty interesting, but I don't think there's been any actual proof of anyone possibly seeing any other Mothman, so I don't know if that's true, but take it with a grain of salt. However, in 1999, a Russian ufologist claimed that the Mothman sightings in Moscow foreshadowed the 1999 Russian apartment bombings. Which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that there was any Mothman sightings in Russia, which I did find interesting, and I did try to look into more details about that, but I didn't find a whole lot. But I found something. The Mothman sightings in Russia were reported in September 1999, shortly before the Russian apartment bombing, with witnesses describing a creature with massive wings, red eyes, and a high pitched scream. Weirdly enough, there's also been some modern day sightings between the early summer and early fall of 2017. Multiple witnesses in Chicago Lincoln Park area reported encountering a large winged humanoid entity. A witness reported visiting the Lincoln Park Zoo with family in the late afternoon. After the zoo closed around 5 p.m., the family remained nearby, enjoying the unusual pleasant weather and open grounds. As they prepared to leave, a sudden commotion erupted among a group of people roughly 20 yards away. Several individuals were pointing skyward. When the witness looked up, they observed a large flying creature moving just above the treetops. The entity remained visible for approximately 5 seconds as it circled the trees before flying off in the direction of North Avenue Beach. The witness described the figure as a humanoid with clearly defined arms, legs, and head. The body appeared extremely thin and entirely black with no visible facial features. The wings were described as bat-like, membrane-based, and estimated at roughly 20 feet in span. The creature was actively flapping its wings and appeared to accelerate as it gained distance. Immediately following the sighting, someone in the nearby crowd remarked that a similar creature had been spotted multiple times through the summer. This prompted the witness to research the phenomena and eventually submit the report. In particular, numerous zoo animals became audibly distressed during and shortly after the sighting. Vocalizations increased across multiple enclosures, suggesting a widespread reaction to the animal presence. No additional anomalies were reported later that evening. So what do you guys think happened? Did these people truly see a monster or a big-ass bird? Could it be a hallucination or a hoax? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, if you have your own story you would like to share, you can email me at themadraven20@gmail.com, and I'll happily feature your story. Or if you want to come in to do an interview, that's also fine with me too. I'd be down for that. Thank you for joining me on another adventure through the other world. I'm your host, the Mad Raven, and I'll see you again in the other world.